What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. As the news is going, I thought this was probably going to come after the Rumble. They wasted no time because Slim Jim said, snap into this.
We finna snap out of here. Exactly. We done.
We pulled out. And the ghost of Macho Man was like, oh no. Like, we gotta.
What was that?
I messed that up.
What's that?
I messed that up.
You alright over there, brother?
Yeah.
Oh, that was rough.
It was rough. But then they pulled out, and I was like, so TKO and Ariel, what's his name?
Who?
Ariel Helwani.
Thank you, Q-Flow.
Okay.
Yeah. He was just like, hold on. The money. Somebody
get the money. Oh, God.
The money was falling. He was like, oh, who's causing all this money to fall? Or like, kid from sister, he sleeps like, uh-oh, is that money I'm slipping on? So,
hey, look. I mean, Slim Jim was all too happy to come back around and spin the block as soon as they said, listen, our core audience is watching this right now. We kind of need these numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Like, seriously. So, they said, oh, so if somebody sees Slim Jim was ready to drop, they already knew somebody else.
Oh, it's about to go down.
The dominoes is coming down. And you know when Netflix would be like, you know, they ain't dry just yet.
Absolutely not.
And they said, hold on, don't worry, we'll take care of the problem.
They said, hold me tight, don't let go. We don't need to fall like dominoes.
And then they gave that man a call. He was like, you know what? Just take your shit and go home.
This is a text situation. I'm not calling.
And Vince McMahon was forced to resign from all his duties and everything.
Hey, listen.
I'm listening.
Mr. A&E, I need you to put Vince McMahon face over Dave Ruffin. Y'all can't fire me.
Yeah, I said.
I made your asses.
I made your asses. Y'all can't do me like this. I just watched that today again.
Not one man is bigger than this group.
You remember that?
So yeah, but guess what? I'm telling you this though, I wasn't crying like Eddie.
Absolutely not.
I didn't look away like Paul.
He clean. Listen to him.
I'm telling you right now, I looked at him just like Otis looked at Dave Ruffin like, yeah, you gone.
All right.
I ain't flinching. Vince McMahon has resigned from WWE. This man is finally
gone.
And
I saw a lot of people saying like, oh, he ain't coming back. I mean, he gonna come back like last time. And somebody responded was like, well, last time he still owned the company. Yeah. Because he was trying to set all this up. And he weaseled his way back in. This time, this not his money he playing with.
You don't, Yeah, no, no, not this time. Go ahead.
I would just like to say, we serve a mighty, mighty God.
Boy. God ain't forget about that 2006 match he had with Vince McMahon.
The Lord I serve is the Lord of miracles. Do you hear me?
The Lord ain't forget. He said, don't worry. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time.
Okay, so can I just say, I don't know which shady news outlet this was, but they were talking about Triple H's response about him. And why would they use the picture of him and Vince with the do-rag? What? Who picked that picture?
Okay.
That's petty.
That is petty.
That's petty.
Actually, the funny thing is we are going to get into that. Okay. I have the transcripts pulled up.
I just had to mention the daggone thing. I was like, why that one? How many pictures are there of Triple H and Vince McMahon? And y'all picked the one with a do-rag? With the Gomez mustache.
Yeah. Oh, God. So, look, people. I've seen a lot of disgusting stuff online. I'm talking about how people are defending for this asshole.
Oh, I've seen tons of people. Well, why this and she did that and what was? Yeah. I'm like, y'all, but like we been knowing that Vince was trash, as we said previously.
Yes.
For a long time. I'm confused.
Here's my thing for everybody out there who feels that way or who wants to talk about that way or just feels though that, everybody feels though that he's guilty until proven innocent. Here's the thing.
You mean innocent until proven
guilty? No. How people feel as though that everybody coming at Vince is like, why he got to be guilty until he's proven innocent? Let me explain this. Vince McMahon should have been fired or reprimanded years ago. Now, first of all, even if we go back to the Jimmy Snuka thing, okay?
That was wild. But I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. Because I don't think people understand unless you have watched, like, them get into the details of that story. Yeah. That Vince McMahon made that go away.
Yes.
That man, for all intents and purposes, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, murdered someone. And he made that go away. That's crazy.
But if you just want to go by the schematics of the things from about when the first hush money payment stuff came out, he should have. It don't matter if the parties were consensual. It doesn't matter if they want to do this or whatever the case may be. It's still disgusting. He should have been out when he used company money to pay for this stuff.
That's big facts. Because in the event that these things were consensual, but he just didn't want nobody to find out.
Yeah.
Okay, do what you want. You gotta maintain a certain image. You don't want people knowing your personal business. Folks sign NDAs every day. Yeah. Got that part. But, sir, somebody ain't getting paid because you was trying to pay old girls. So what we doing?
You was paying a lot of people.
We doing budget cuts.
Yes. So you can
pay your hush money.
Exactly. That's illegal, correct?
Yes.
Which is a form of breaking the law, correct?
Yes.
Okay, which means that if you break the law, you have to answer for breaking the law, correct?
Okay, I just want to say something.
Yeah.
Something that people don't seem to, they're not able to, I guess, wrap their mind around, or maybe don't have the right words to say, or just too embarrassed to say. A lot of times when I see people defending criminals for an array of crimes, it doesn't really matter what it is. Sometimes it's folks really just trying to stir the pot and they want to quote unquote play devil's advocate. Other times, and I think probably more than the former here, is you would do that if you had the chance.
Uh-huh.
And you are trying to rationalize this any way you can. Because if you had the chance to have your way with some woman that was out of your league, and you could pay her hush money so she never had to say anything to anybody, you would. Or if you could use your company's money, embezzle, that's what we're looking at. If you could embezzle money from your company and not get caught, you would. That's really, especially, unfortunately, I think that happens because a lot of folks, it's a lot of people out here who don't respect women. Okay. Yeah. So if you could do and say the things that these people who for some reason are idolized beyond, like they feel like these people are above reproach.
Yes.
You would do it. And that's the real tea. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that you probably just as devious as this person, but you don't have the stature that they do. You're not getting away with that. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just always been weird to me. I always thought that was crazy. Because I'm like, it's very telling when you see stuff like this happen and you watching people and like, oh, well, can't be alone with you. Oh, well, won't leave my money around you. When you start seeing people camping hard for these celebrities and folks who don't know them. Don't care if you live or die. Y'all on this hill dying for these people. Why?
Exactly. And See that?
Hey, listen, man.
Go ahead.
I wonder, like, do these fans ever realize, like, you know, like, I'm not the best mathematician, but, like, let's really look at the Vince math. Vince plus hoes equals my favorite wrestlers get fired because they ain't in the budget. Do they not realize, like, if Vince wasn't doing all this, maybe the people they were mad about who got fired, the Jerichos, not Jericho, who got fired? Give me somebody who got fired.
Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, there we go. The Swerve Stricklands of the world.
Keith Lee.
Hit Rolls the first time, the Keith Lees, the Shelton Benjamins. You ever thought maybe if Vince,
Bray Wyatt the first time before he came back?
Absolutely, yes. That's a great example.
Right. Like, nobody, like, the math is mathing now. The budget, there wasn't a budget. Your favorite executive was being a hoe. Like,
and then he felt as though that he couldn't get caught because, you know, the sad and disturbing thing about this is if he probably finished paying off the NDA, the payment, we would have
never heard about this.
But he stopped paying.
Because again,
I'm not saying that excuses.
But I'm saying because again, you get to a point where you feel like I don't gotta. It could be one of two things. He could be like, I'm not really in the position to pay this now, or which I don't think that's the case.
At all.
I don't have to pay this now. What's she going to do? Tell somebody? Yes, that's exactly what she's going to do.
Exactly, the agreement has been broken, and this is the stuff that's going to come out and make you down. So Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis, there's a special place, and I'm not going to say anything else about that. But that
random side note: is he still the Bella stepdaddy?
man,
I think unfortunately he
probably.
Sorry, I just was like, wait a minute.
I hope meanwhile, while the Bella's mama was sitting there dealing with cancer and trying to, fight this, he over there in the office.
He was out there. He was wilding. I mean, but we heard stories about him wilding before it too. So I'm not, I don't know. That's not surprising to me either.
And it's just all these. Man. I'm listening to you for what you want to say.
In the famous words of a comedian, Desi Banks, man, lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Lock his ass up.
I don't think he's going to jail.
It's funny because I was listening to Solid Monster, and he was just like, jail's too good for him.
What y'all wanting to be on the chain gang fucking life? Where he going?
He just needs to go to hell.
I mean, what's wild? Some people might already assume they're going, so they just finna be trash up here anyway.
Like Stephen A. said about OJ, put him under the jail, and then build the jail on top of him.
Well, he about to say he climbed out, so
yeah, so
that didn't work.
Man, look, you need to put his ass under the dungeon that's under the jail.
Yeah, exactly. And just stay down there. Hope it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Well, look,
I'm dead.
You sure wish I don't nobody, but however, this man is finally gone, and now things add up from like Stephanie leaving, Shane leaving.
Even though I still think them stories that have been popping up about Shane, y'all just putting words together and calling it an article at this point. Ain't no source. Yeah. Ain't no backstage. Some such and such said. It's just, well, it looked like Shane is not an asshole, so him and his daddy don't get along. Okay, we could have deduced that just, with our own eyes.
I mean, yes.
I'm confused.
But just all those weird inner workings that happened. Triple H mysterious heart attack.
Yo, all right. We can blame a lot of stuff on this man.
I want to blame that stress had that man get that sick.
Possible. It could have also been side effects from, I don't know, other things.
It could have been, but I'm just saying. But
I think that's the more likely culprit.
No, I'm gonna blame Vince.
I mean, that was technically his fault too.
For everything,
technically, the other things were his fault as well. So
there's. I'm sorry, Rhonda. There's nothing Bruce Pritchard can do that Vince McMahon's gonna relate to him, and Bruce Pritchard's gonna tell Triple H. But that's not how.
Well, somebody. That was a rumor that was going around. The people who were closest to him, that were like his, inner circle type thing.
Oh, like Kevin Dunn?
They're going to be fired.
Oh, well, Kevin Dunn left. Remember, Kevin Dunn left.
Again,
He knew. I think he knew it was coming.
We've all seen the writings on the wall. At jobs we worked at where somebody just mysterious. Why that person just quit? Because they knew something you don't know.
Kevin Dunn left. Okay, it's like, And he's like, oh no, I ain't even trying to be around for this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be around.
He's like, I don't want to get caught in the windfall. I'm out.
For when this stuff comes out, and I wish I was listening to a lot of media, read a lot of articles about this, and as much as I listen to this guy, very, very cool guy. I hope I get to meet him when he comes to Philly next year for WrestleMania. Good mic with commentaries.
This year,
excuse me, yeah. Good mic with commentary. He said, whoever is attached to this, enabled or responsible for this, they should be reprimanded. I don't know if it needs to be fired or what should happen. If you knew or you got them text messages or something like that about this kind of incident occurring and you knew about this and you enabled this, you are part of that problem.
I mean, I'm going to say, just historically, we watched things like this happen. Let's take an extreme case like R. Kelly.
Okay.
R. Kelly the only one sitting in jail. Was R. Kelly the only one orchestrating, like, making these things happen? As far as the actions he did that got him put in jail, sure. But there's a whole team of people who were around who either enabled this, helped with it, or just kept quiet. And none of them are in jail.
Fair. That's absolutely.
I'm not saying that's fair. I'm just saying it's not usually, well, let's go, unless it's like a drug operation, we're not going for the tentacles. Who's the top person?
Unless Vince goes to New Jack City and say, I'm snitching on everybody.
I'm the laptop!
It's snitching on everybody. Everybody go, if I go to hell, you come.
Somebody go and get him then. Yeah. But no,
this man gonna fight to the very end.
I believe you. I don't see that happening. I'm not sure if this is going to get to the point of. I think what she was suing because she wanted the rest of her money. I signed that NDA, give me my money. I don't know if they're going to pursue criminal charges of any kind because things like what were alleged in that in the like documents would be hard to prove now. Besides like the sending her news and things like that to other people, you can probably prove that.
Yes.
But the other stuff is, I don't know if they would be able to be like, well, there's a camera that was in my office or is in his office that saw him holding her down. Like, I don't know if they will have all of that.
Yeah.
To pursue criminal charges. This is more than likely a civil suit where she just want her money because she signed that NDA and he didn't pay up. Now look at it.
All I know is he is gone, and we had the Rumble, and there was a media scrum because they decided to go on with the media scrum.
I was not expecting that one at all.
They act when you have a media scrum, you either know if you don't want to address this, you don't have the scrum. Mm-hmm. There are members of the media. It's just like when you're dealing with the other sports and you lost the game or whatever case, if you had to go out and talk to the media, mm-hmm. and you got them actual journalists out there that's going to ask these questions.
Yep.
It is your job to try to construct yourself to try to answer this question. So they asked Cody and they asked Triple H.
Why Cody?
They look at Cody as the face of Cody. He's about to finish the story.
Bro, it's definitely given. We need Ja. Where's Ja?
That's Cody is the face of the company.
Yeah, he's about to be the face. And so Cody, who is good at public speaking, had a great answer compared to Triple H's answer.
Okay.
Now, this is what Cody said. When he was asked on the topic of the sex trafficking and lawsuit for Vince McMahon, and he didn't avoid it. This is what Cody said. I know as far as the news is concerned, we were finding out and reading the same things you guys were reading. You said a dark cloud? Certainly. As far as TKO, Nick Khan, and the board clearly took it very seriously, acted immediately, and looking at the future. I don't know the answer to that, and I think somewhere is a really probably basic tenet of this crew more than ever. From a roster standpoint, is very somebody write this right. From a roster standpoint, is very family. Never seen anything like this. Most of the time, wrestling locker rooms are fighting, talking trash about each other, making fun of each other, sandbagging each other in the ring, and all that nonsense. This crew is very team-based. Perhaps that's the ingredient. Everyone looking out for everyone, being accountable. For me as a performer, I've been through dark periods in our industry. It might sound cheesy, but it's very reinforcing if you're in my position. That it's a time when, that's really how it's written here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hey, we have 50,000 people out here. I want to give them something else from this weekend that isn't a terrible situation, terrible news. I think we're able to do that. Obviously, as more news comes out, we will be seeing it like you do. That's what.
So he gave a real
politician answer.
He gave a little schmoozy politician answer.
That's what he did.
Triple H was like, that he don't go here no more.
Yeah. So
That's it.
This is what Paul Levesque said.
Not Paul Levesque.
Yeah. Because son, you're gonna ask that once again. Before I read what Paul Levesque said, Triple H is in a no-win situation here.
Absolutely, there's nothing he could have said or did. Yeah. He could have rebuked that man's name, exactly. And it had been an article about son-in-law turns on father-in-law in time of need. Like, come on, bro.
He's in a impossible situation, but there is a way that he could have probably worded it differently.
Absolutely.
So he says, "I'm going to do exactly what you would expect me to do here. We just had an amazing week. 10-year, $5 billion Netflix deal. The Rock joining our board. Just sold out the Royal Rumble and put 48,000 people in the Tropicana field. I choose to focus on the positive. Yes, there is a negative. I want to focus on that and keep it to that, as in the positive." That's what he said.
My man kept it short and sweet. It was just like, and words get shot every day, B. Yeah. That's basically what he said. It was just like, man, just another day.
So he was getting a lot of heat online for how he handled that answer.
I'm be honest. I would rather he keep it short and sweet and say nothing. If you're going to say nothing, say nothing.
Yeah.
Don't give me a roundabout answer. Because that's the one thing with Cody's answer. It was nice and polished.
Yeah.
But he gave us a lot of stuff in there to try and like move away from it here. Or he basically gave the more expounded version of what Triple H said. Triple H said, "I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. We not talking about the other day. That's it." And that. Yeah. Okay.
Now, I did say, I am a big fan. I won't give this guy, I always give him credit. I'm a big fan of Solid Monster. Mm-hmm. I listen to his channel, and I follow him on Twitter. And he works in PR outside of working in the wrestling business.
Yeah, PR-wise, that was trash. But
yeah. And he said, this is probably the PR in me. But, this is what he said he could have said to satisfy almost everybody. Mm-hmm. And so you guys can go read this on Solid Monster's Twitter. It's out in the public. Mm-hmm. And just let you know that. So I'm not stealing anything or taking this from my idea. This is what he said. He said, "You haven't read through the entire complaint, but you're aware of the horrendous allegations, and they certainly do not reflect the organization as it exists today. He can't speak on them beyond that because it's a matter that will be addressed internally and in the courts, and that's really all I can say about it right now. We have a group of talented men and women who worked their asses off tonight, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have about that."
That was short and sweet.
Short and sweet. But see,
boom.
What'd you say, Q?
I just said boom.
Now, because Salmon's supposed to PR, so he knows how to.
He know how to spin it.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta give a little spin.
Exactly, but that's simple right there. He said that would have satisfied everyone, and said it would have been sounding dismissive.
That man said, I'm not taking up this pacemaker for nobody.
Exactly.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you.
Okay.
This might sound horrible, but you might be able to be dismissive of these things when you already knew about these things.
He probably did.
Come on.
There's no way that the way his wife left, the things that was happening, hell, her or Nick Khan, somebody could have linked this to the Wall Street Journal. We don't know that. We will probably never know that. But that's a personal type of thing, and it really could have been a thing. Like I said, these could have been the things that could have just caused all types of things.
He could just be tired of his shit, to be honest with you.
He could be.
I mean, because, come on. Yes, this man was for a long time signing your checks. He got you where you are as far as professionally. But at this point in your life, who is the more important person? Who are you want to hold allegiance to? More than likely your wife, who he has also screwed over. I mean, like, I could understand the need, I guess the thought of just, we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to keep it real with you. If this was my father-in-law and he was out here wilding and he didn't treat us right, I might go off and say some wild shit.
Your ass is going under the bus.
Yes.
I might say some shit.
I might reveal yo, Aunt didn't get me this for Christmas. Like what?
He called my kids ugly. Like, I would be drawn. Okay, I might wild out at this media scrum, and then now look at us. But I agree. I think Solomon's statement sounds a lot more polished, and it would have addressed the situation head on.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that they probably told him.
It's not that he put in there because it's a big tweet. He's like, this could have been a TKO said, go out here and say this.
This is what you got to say. This is it.
Because once again,
don't go away from this.
Yeah, because once again, like I said, he's in a no-win situation. I'm glad he was out there to be able to answer questions about the Rumble, and they still wanted to have this thing. And no matter what happens, he has been put in an impossible situation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just in the public eye. I don't even know what's going on in the private eye. I'm not saying I want to, but I'm just saying, but a man who is raising daughters, who has a wife who has been clearly disrespected by her father, who is part of his family, and it's like you just don't know which way is up and down. I'm like, this is a lot of stress for the body to take. Okay.
Shit. I mean, look at who's to say that Stephanie and Shane aren't closer to Linda? And he been dragging Linda behind the car for just the years at this point. Like, girl, just get divorced. So, my God.
There's just so many things that could, and I felt bad for him. And there's part of me that I was like, I feel bad because I know me wouldn't want to do that. I'd be like, cancel Scrum.
Absolutely. I'd have been like, ain't no press conference. Who's the press conference?
I'm about to say, Ariel, you really don't want this, right? Like today.
I'd have been like, Nick Khan got to go out here and talk. And that ain't happening.
Real talk, he probably knew this was coming. He was like, oh shit, I thought it was supposed to happen after the Rumble. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to talk, but it happened.
So it happened after the Rumble. What would y'all rather happen at Mania?
Oh no.
Because think about it. If it had waited, if it was going to come out another couple months, wasn't it a couple months?
I said a couple weeks.
Oh, I said a couple months.
A couple weeks. This thing's was supposed to be coming out in a couple weeks.
Oh, I thought you said a couple months. My bad. Because that would have been catastrophic.
I'm about to say, it'd be funny. It come out in Elimination Chamber, but nobody going to be waiting to see the show. Anyway, it'll come out 5 in the morning. So
that's crazy.
That's
still wild, bro. Ain't nobody get up at 5 a.m. to watch that.
I'm not. I'll put it that way.
I hit the replay.
So, yes. He is resigned. they're not going to bring him back to this company when he's costing them money. I don't care how much of a friend or if they agree with her. Okay,
yeah, no, it's all about the money.
It's all about the money.
And you know what's wild? That comes back to bite you too. Because how many times has he done things it was all about the money? You let go all these people, ruin their livelihoods, because you needed to free up some cash flow. Because it was all about the money.
Yeah.
And now it's all about the money. You should have enough money to sustain yourself until you pass away, sir.
That is, and he goes out in a troubling, horrendous way, and that is the end of Vince McMahon.